from Esau all that he had. After many years had passed and Jacob came back, Esau forgave him just like God forgives us. How many stars are shining in the sky? There's more than you can ever count, don't even try. The promise to Abraham was not too good to be true, just like the promises, the forgiveness too, just like the love God has for you.
Oh, Chels, why are you crying?
Because it's the last day of camp, and I don't want the fun to end.
But the fun's not going to end forever. It's just the end of one chapter.
You're right. It's just the end of one chapter of this great big story. Ah, what a heartwarming thing to know. Well, we've got such a fun day planned for you guys. It is going to be amazing. The perfect wrap up to our adventure through the stars. So, without further ado, Mr. Matt, take it away.
Welcome back!
What's up, guys? Oh my gosh, we have had quite a week, haven't we?
Quite a week, if I do say so myself.
We started with the Tower of Babel.
That's right.
And then Abraham and Sarah and the promise that God made to them. Then Isaac came along, married Rebecca, had the twins, Jacob and Esau. What a couple of guys, right? We've got one who's super clever and one who's super strong. Then Jacob plays a trick. And we learned that one in our song, remember? He plays a trick because he was jealous of his brother. But then something really awesome is going to happen. But you'll have to wait until after the song to find out more. So,
Let's sing the whole song.
Let's sing the
They
whole
learned it
thing.
yesterday, they learned the last part of it. I think I remember the whole thing. Do you think you remember the whole thing? If you don't worry about it, the words are right there. But you probably do. So let's sing that song.
Let's sing that
song.
The Tower of Babel, building up to the sky. Can we reach the heavens alone? God had other plans when we tried to reach high. Countless languages and the whole wide world to roam. How many stars are shining in the sky? There's more than you can ever count, don't even try. The promise to Abraham was not too good to be true, just like the promises, the forgiveness too, just like the love God has for you.
God's next plan was bold. To Abraham he told a little something.
God's next plan was bold. To Abraham he told, you'll be a father to a nation near and far. Even though you're old and your wife is super old, your descendants will outnumber the stars. How many stars are shining in the sky? There's more than you can ever count, don't even try. The promise to Abraham was not too good to be true, just like the promises, the forgiveness too, just like the love God has for you.
Jealous of his brother, Jacob played a trick. Tricky guy.
Jealous of his brother, Jacob played a trick. He took from Esau all that he had. After many years had passed and Jacob came back, Esau forgave him just like God forgives us. How many stars are shining in the sky? There's more than you can ever count, don't even try. The promise to Abraham was not too good to be true, just like the promises, the forgiveness too, just like the love God has for you.
There it is! There it is!
Oh
Yes!
my gosh!
Yes! Yes! Well earned applause.
Oh my gosh, I can't stop clapping. I can't stop clapping. That was just so amazing, guys. You guys just like crushed it. That was just so. I can't stop
We should
clapping.
stop. We should really stop. We should really stop.
We should stop.
Let's stop. Thank you so much for joining me this year and singing so well from wherever the heck you were singing from. It was a real treat to write the song for you and to teach you the song. We hope you sing it all summer long.
Now, let's get into our story.
Let's get into that story.
Jacob ran away with nothing more than his riches. He was afraid and ran until he could no more. And that night, in a dream, God spoke again.
Jacob, I will not leave you until I have done what is promised.
Jacob awoke and went to his uncle's home.
Young Jacob, what are you doing here? Is my sister well?
Yes, Laban, I have come here to work for you, to make a new way.
Of course, nephew. You may stay as long as you need.
Jacob stayed and soon married. After many years, Jacob knew it was time to return home. So Jacob prayed. Lord, I know it is time to go home. I have a beautiful family and all the riches one needs. And now I must return to my brother, Esau.
Go home, go to Esau, it is time.
Jacob shared his plan with his family and began to make a way home. Beloved Rachel, I'm nervous to go home. What if my brother hates me?
God will make a way.
I know it is true, but I feel so nervous. I tossed all night. I felt like I was wrestling with God. I know what I'll do to make it better. I'll send riches and gifts to my brother, and that way he won't want to kill me. Jacob and his 12 tribes made their way to Esau.
My dear brother is coming home. I can't wait to see his family for the first time. I will gather my people and meet Jacob in the fields.
The sun rose, and the brothers made their way toward each other. Jacob, full of fear, and Esau, full of joy. Family, if Esau attacks us, spread across the land and hide. Rachel, you stay safe with our children, especially my beloved son, Joseph. And the families made their way through the fields, and soon Jacob could see Esau in the distance. His heart pounded with fear. I will just tell my brother I'm so sorry and give him everything. Yeah, that'll make it better.
Jacob, your brother is running in the distance.
Esau wouldn't run to me, that's not possible.
It is so.
And the camps could hear shouting in the distance.
Jacob, my brother.
That is Esau, he is running. I will go to him. Jacob left his camel and began to walk toward Esau. And before Jacob could get a word out, Esau hugged Jacob with great love. Esau, I'm so sorry. I was so young and so selfish.
Jacob, you are my brother. I love you. I am so happy to have you home.
And the love Esau had was a picture of God's love. A love that is deep and full of forgiveness.
Whoa, guys, what a great ending to our story, right? Jacob must have been so scared to see Esau again for like the first time in so many years. But as soon as they met up, there was just hugs and all the love and all the forgiveness, right? Well, Miss Isabel is about to blow us away with her craft today. So let's hop on over and see what she's got. Hey campers, welcome to day 5 of Creative Arts Camp Craft Time. I'm pretty sad. This is our last time that we get to create something amazing together, but let's make it our best time. So today, we are going to be creating a hot air balloon. Have you ever been inside of a hot air balloon? I haven't, but it's a goal of mine to do that someday. So the craft supplies that we need today are going to be one of the paper plates we sent you, some of your glue, some pieces of string. I chose orange and yellow, but you can use whatever colors you want, and a balloon. The very first thing we're gonna do is kind of my favorite part. We're gonna use the paper plate and we're gonna put a whole bunch of glue on the plate. Are you ready? Get your glue ready and let's squeeze. This is taking forever. I'm gonna unscrew the top of my glue so I can pour it out even faster. So gooey, gluey, and awesome! All right, I'm gonna spread my glue out a little bit. And we're gonna leave this for just a second. Not too long so that it dries, but just for a couple minutes while we get our other pieces of the craft taken care of. So next, I want you to take your string and we're going to lay it all out so that it's all spread out. It's not still in this kind of shape. So if you need to take that little piece of paper off of it, go ahead. And together, let's untangle our string. All right, campers, I'm gonna lay my string out on the table like this. Again, just make sure that there's no tangles or knots in it. It's okay if it takes you a little bit of time, that's part of the fun. Now, I'm choosing to lay my string out like this, but you can put it however you want on your table, just so that it's not all tangled up in a ball anymore. And now I'll do the same with my yellow string. I'm only using half of the yellow string that I got from my arts box. So if you want to just use one whole pack and then a half pack like me, that's totally cool. All right, the next step is going to be taking your balloon and we're going to, you guessed it, blow it up. So here's a pro tip for when you blow up a balloon. It's first to stretch it out a little bit so your breath doesn't have to do all the hard, impossible work. Stretch, stretch. Okay, I think we're ready. Are you ready to blow your balloon up? What do you think? I think mine looks pretty good. If you want to make yours even bigger, you can, but I'm kind of out of breath. And now you or your grown-up can help you tie a knot at the end of the balloon without letting any of the air escape so that we can seal our hard work. Okay, we've got our balloon blown up and ready to go. We've got our string set aside and our glue on the plate that we poured out. Can you guess what we're gonna do next? We're gonna take some of our string and drag it through the glue so that the string has glue pretty much all over it. And once we do that, we're gonna use the string to attach to our balloon and put it all over all of the sides to make it look super creative and awesome, kind of like a hot air balloon. Campers, this is gonna be a little bit messy, so I'm gonna put my hair back. You might wanna make sure that there's nothing around you that's gonna get glue or string all over it. Just be prepared to make some messes. It's fun. All right. Here we go. All right, campers, I've got my first color on the balloon. How's it going for you? Because I'm getting pretty messy. Now I'm gonna move on to the yellow color that I chose. So once you're ready, you can move on to that second color. I might need to refresh my glue a little bit, and I'm finding that kind of dipping big sections of the string and then wrapping it around is my best tactic. But I'm sure you figured something out that works for you too. Well, I ran out of string, so this is my end result, but it would probably look even cooler if you did like a ton of string. So if you're enjoying this craft and you like getting messy like me, then keep on going. Use all the string you want to fill your balloon. And now, here's the next step. We've been having a lot of fun with this craft today, but it's actually not gonna be over today. Creative Arts Camp is over today, but for you, tomorrow is when you're going to come back to this balloon and pop it. And when the balloon pops and everything has been dried for 24 hours, so don't do it too soon, this is gonna create this really cool shell of hard string that will become your hot air balloon. So once that is done, you're gonna use your craft box that we sent you to put the new hot air balloon on top, and there you have it, your hot air balloon. You've created it, and we had so much fun doing it today in Creative Arts Camp. So here's what happens if you pop it too early, because we learned this the hard way. Wah, wah. This is our hot air balloon that deflated a little bit too early. We didn't wait the full 24 hours, and now this is what we've got, and I'm kind of sticky, so I'm making it even worse. Still looks kind of cool, but I don't know if this is the full end result that we're going for, is it? All right, Creative Arts Campers, I have had so much fun creating with you this week. I hope you really, really enjoyed learning about God's story, what God does in the stars, and what God does right here in our hearts. So we're so thankful for you. I hope you had a great 5 days of Creative Arts Camps crafting with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your summer.
Whoa, what a fun craft that was, right? What do your hot air balloons look like? How big or how small did yours come out? Well, now that we've done our craft, it's time to head over to Miss Hannah for our final scripture of the day.
Hey guys, today is our final day of Creative Arts Camp. It has been so much fun getting to spend this time with you. Our final verse comes from the book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 4, and it says, "But Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around his neck and kissed him, and they wept." How cool is it that Jacob and Esau are finally reunited and forgiveness is shown in such a loving way?
Wow, guys, what an amazing 5 days we've had together. We learned about the Tower of Babel,
Abraham and Sarah and the promise that God made to them and fulfilled. And then we got to learn a little bit about Isaac and Rebecca, and then their kids. Remember Jacob and Esau? Jacob's super clever, Esau really smart. He's a hunter. Jacob playing that awful trick on him, but Esau forgiving him the same way that God forgives you and me. And now it's time for my surprise. I am flying away to our next adventure in my hot air balloon. This fall, we are jumping into the Exodus. We are going to be journeying with God's people from Egypt through the Red Sea all the way toward the Promised Land. Guys, it is going to be a blast, and I cannot wait to see you over there. So, have fun, have a great summer, and I'll see you this fall. Bye!